Hello Negroes and the Frenchos, it's Donald. Welcome back to my kitchen. And on today's menu, I'll be serving you a look at the new GX killing Garchomp. It destroys other GX Pokemon. It's not a GX Pokemon, so it's really good. Let me talk about it. Now, it was released on Pokemon's Twitter earlier today. We got a nice translation on PokeBeach, so let's jump into it. Break it down. The new Garchomp, Stage 2, 150 hit points. Is this good? Kinda. A lot of GX Pokemons do have a GX attack or an easy attack that gets it out, such as Drampa. Drampa's Berserk hits for 150. Galissopod hits for 150. So, as in terms of hit points, cannot survive those sort of attacks. So, you have an attack that can one-shot a GX Pokemon, you'll be able to one-shot a Garchomp. But to bring that damage right back at you. So, we'll continue on that. It is a Stage 2. That's a little bit tough to evolve. But man, are the rewards worth it. We'll get to that as well. Now, see here that it says Garchomp. This means it's not Cynthia's Garchomp, although I would say it's Cynthia's Garchomp. It has something to do with the new Cynthia supporter, as well Cynthia's in the background, but it's just Garchomp, meaning it's backwards compatible with some very nice stuff that we'll talk about. Yeah, if you're expanded. Let's moving through at one at a time. Back to this Garchomp here. First attack, quick dive. Does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. 50 gets you nowhere, but if you don't got anything else, yeah, why not? Go ahead, use the quick dive, do that 50 damage on something that you might want to do damage towards. Alright, it's just I don't have any energies to use my main move. I'm just gonna use this attack. Alright, that's it. And finally, the core of this all. Champion's Blade. 1 fighting energy, 1 double colorless energy. What is wrong with that there? You're like, wait a minute, Donald, Dragon Pokemons, they used to have like 2 different types. You used to be a kind of a water type, didn't ya? But nowadays, Pokemon says no. Dragons of the future, we do not use double element types. We just use a single, kind of like the new Alolan Executor. It's a dragon too, see? Dragon, but it only uses grass, so kind of nice now. Alright, so take a look at the new, back to the Garchomp. What does it do? 100 base damage. Oh, that's not too bad. Give it a choice band right here. That is 2-shot potential on even the biggest GX Pokemon, such as Metagross GX. With a choice band, 130, 130, 260, you can 2-shot this. However, if Cynthia was played from your hand during this turn, it does 100 more damage. 200 total. And what is Cynthia, by the way, is a very good new supporter that lets you shuffle your hand, then draw 6 cards. Yeah, it's going to be replacing some of your Sycamores and Ends in the deck. You may even play all 4 of this in all your decks, not only the Garchomp deck. So, it's a nice card that gives you lots more cards in your hands. There's no reason why, you wouldn't want to play Cynthia. Oh, there is. I'm gonna get to that. But if you do play Cynthia, you have more cards, and the GX Pokemon in front of you will probably be gone. Actually, with the choice band, it does 230, and you will be able to destroy the biggest, most powerful fairy Pokemon, its own weakness. 230 damage, 1-shot KO, Miss Gardevoir. So be ready for that. So, alright, I don't care about weakness. I'm just gonna one-shot them all. Jeez, that's kind of scary. Now, there is a problem with that. You can't play Guzma. It has to be Cynthia. I mean, Guzma will be useful if they have, 100, 130 hit points left. But no, you cannot drag it out this method to get the one-shot, and that is going to be big. That is a very big limitation. Be careful about it, but we have some ways to deal with that, which I'll show you in a bit. So, no Guzma, no dragging out the weak enemies and finishing you off. You just have to use, in order to use his big power, you must do Cynthia. Alright, what else there? You're like, oh, I want to one-shot Metagross. I really, really want to one-shot Metagross. Easy, I can help you with that. Just add in the Tapu Koko right there. Flying Flip. He flips, he hits everybody for 20. And then that brings Metagross down to 230, just like Gardevoir. And then you can just one-shot him with a Choice Band. Choice Band, activate Cynthia. Boom, sorry Metagross, you will not survive. Okay, so it's not nice to have a Tapu Koko on your bench too. It's got free retreat. By the way, what's your retreat cost? Free retreat as well. Kind of like the old GX killing Garchomp who had free retreat. Yeah, too bad it didn't work against GXs. Otherwise, we'd be using it now. Alright, so that is the new Garchomp. Yeah, I understand how it works. How would I set this up? Easy, let me show you. So, let's go into the game now. I gotta turn this off. Now let's go ahead and turn off the browser. Here's my... If I had this card right now, I would build this. Oh, you don't know what the Lucario does. I better get back to that. Okay, bringing back alive this. Lucario plays a very big role in this new Garchomp deck. Here we go. Take a look at this Lucario, which Cynthia always has. She also has a Spiritomb, so we might see that too. But Cynthia's Lucario. Her trainer isn't standing back here, so definitely she loves and prefers her Garchomp more than her Lucario. He's sad here. Oh, why are you bringing this up, man? Okay, moving on. Ability or once during your turn, if you got a Garchomp in play, he's gonna be very nice. You can search your deck for any card you want, put into your hand. Any card you want, be it a double colorless energy, a supporter, anything. That is just like a spec computer search. You usually have to discard 2 cards to do this. For this anything, because it's very powerful. With the Lucario up, you have a free computer search every single turn for every single Lucario you have. Oh, that is pretty scary. So if you had this and the Garchomp up, your deck flow would be absolutely amazing. So that is very, 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 very good. And you would definitely want to put that in your deck. Alright, so grab double colors. We'll get to that. Now we can go back into the look at the deck. Here we go. There we go. Here's the deck. So first of all, I'm using some substitutes. They're not in the game yet. We have a 3-3 line with Garchomp, so I didn't have deck space. I have 18 Pokemon so far. We have 2-2 line Lucario. You want at least one, but if you have 2, great! And this feels kind of thin, doesn't it? But we have a secondary attacker. Lycanroc. Why? Bloodthirsty Eyes, you do not have Guzma in this deck at all, because you cannot use that big attack. Pretend this is Cynthia, by the way. Cynthia's not in the game. She looks like Cynthia. She's gonna grow up to be Cynthia-like trainer in terms of elegance and powerful and skill. So we're gonna use this. We cannot use Guzma, so let's use Lycanroc instead. Bloodthirsty Eyes, you can drag out a victim off the bench and finish it off. By the way, you don't have a GX. What GX are gonna use? His GX, Dangerous Rogue. Very similar energy cost to most of its attacks. The more bench space they fill up their bench, the more damage it does. So, since Garchomp doesn't have one, yeah, use that instead. Garchomp is like your big one-hit KO hitter, or Lycanroc short, your second guy. They kind of help each other out very, very well. So, this fixes your GX attack and the ability that you can't use Guzma with your Garchomp's attack. That's how you do it. All right, what else? We have you do your regular 2 Lucario line. I'm gonna go with the traditional way of using 3 Lele's. We know that Glaceon's gonna mess things up, but here we go, 3 Lele's into a Bridget where you can set up your bench. Look for your deck for 3 basic Pokemons, which is gonna be Gible, which is going to be Riolu, which is gonna be Rockruff, your 3 different evolutions that you want. Kinda crazy, but some of them are supporting each other. It's okay. Alright, what else here? We do have rare candies. We don't know how good the new Gabite is. By the way, if you do use the passive Gabite, you want to change this up a bit. This is an expanded Dragon Call. You search your deck for any Dragon Pokemon you want. Be it another Gible, be it another Garchomp. So it's really good for setting up the Garchomps. And you may not want as many rare candies. But for now, we don't know how good the Goo Gabite is. If it's really good, yay! If it's not, oh well. Or Gible, by the way. They did have a couple new stuff for like Luxio. Could be that kind of deal too. I do have a de-evolution spray. Why do you want to unevolve your Pokemon to get another pull with Lycanroc? A little dangerous, but you want to repeat that Bloodthirsty Eyes. Alright, I think that is almost it. Unfortunately, we do not have Verse Seeker in Standard, so we have to use Luzamine. Oh yeah, you use some of your Cynthias starting up, or if you have to discard her for some reason, we can use Luzamine to recover 2 of our Cynthias. Otherwise, we'll be using Verse Seekers in Expanded. Alright, I think that is about it. I'm using 10 energy cards, 4 double colorless, 6 fighting energies, and some energy lottos so I can lock onto those DCs much, much easier. Alright, so that is how I would make the deck. What do you think? Alright, so going back to our cards here, they look pretty awesome. They look pretty awesome. However, you know, because I've been busy today, it turns out that we came out with a new trainer. So let's talk about the Escape Board right now. Escape Board, the new really bad float stone. Huh? When this is attached to your Pokemon, it has 1 retreat less. So Pokemons that have 1 retreat, that don't need this 1 retreat less, will have free retreat. Yay! That's like a Coconut Master. Is Coconut Master here? No, it's not. So if you have 2 retreat, you would now have 1 retreat, which I prefer Floatstone. That is free. That is free. And it does not combo with Zoroark, who has 2 retreat, where you can stand in, retreat, and you have infinite retreat for your team. It also does not work with the new Dawn Wings, the Crossbone, who has the same retreat cost. So you can't use that trick. Banana Master would still have to pay 1 retreat to go back home, when he potentially could be going for free with all these Floatstones. So it's not a substitute for Floatstone, but it does some extra things here. The retreat cost, they can retreat while they're paralyzed or asleep. Oh, yeah! When have you been not be able to retreat because of sleep or paralysis? For me, I can't remember. I have no idea when this was going to be useful. So, in order for this to replace the Floatstone, 2 things are going to happen. 1, the Floatstone is going to get rotated. That probably might happen, so then we're stuck with a really bad substitute. The Escape Board. And the next thing Pokemon can do is, if they can't upgrade this card to like 2 retreat or something, 2 would have been a nice number, then they would need to create an epidemic where there will be tons and tons of Pokemons coming out with sleep and paralysis. Then we will need the Escape Board. So until, either we're forced to do it or there's going to be good use for that, we don't want to play with this until next rotation or something happens. So that is it for now. Overall, we're much more excited with the new Garchomp, because there's one-shot KOs on other GX Pokemons, a nice system supporting these things. So that is it for now. Thank you very much, Integrals and Differentials. I will see you guys next time for another Pokemon card review, as well as, I think, either, looking at the time right now, there probably is another deck video somewhere. So thank you guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.